Tune into Raising Wisdom, where we embark on a journey of enlightenment and introspection. Get ready to elevate your understanding, embrace life's challenges, and unlock the true potential of your being. Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free, with Nico and Shawnee Poos, Wednesdays at 8. Okay. I was like, girl. Okay. High vibration.
High vibrations.
How are you doing, beloved?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well.
Hey.
Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. It is here we embark on a journey of enlightenment and introspection. Together we will navigate the complexities of life, seeking the elusive wisdom that enriches our minds and souls. So get ready to elevate your understanding and embrace life's challenges and unlock the true potentials of your being. I'm your girl, Nico.
And I am your favorite podcast host, Shawnee, from the Shawnee View.
Thank you guys so much for coming back to join us again. I hope that you guys enjoyed that surprise that we had for you. Those studio vibes was lovely.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah,
all
that was
pictures
super
came
duper
out
fun.
good.
Yeah.
The interview was amazing.
Yes. That was a whole bunch of fun. So I can't wait to do that again next month for sure. Well, no, this month.
Mm-hmm. So once a month, right?
Yeah, once a month, the end of the month, that episode will be in the studio. So for those of you who are tuned in with us,
in the YouTube channels.
Yeah. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Let me put that in the chat. But what's been up, Shawnee? Can you enlighten us on what's going on in the world today?
Let's see. What moon is it? What moon phase are we in right now? It is the third quarter moon or the last quarter moon. And that is a time to release energy and let go of stagnancy. Yeah, I can feel that. It also says that it's a time for forgiveness.
Is it a time for forgiveness?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I guess that's part of the letting go. Mm-hmm.
I thought the letting go was the letting go last time, or this is for this time.
That's for now. I mean, you could go watch the last video, but
right.
Every phase is time to let go of something, but it's not always a negative thing that you're letting go of. Like some phases, it may be something negative that's been holding you back, whereas other phases may be something that you've been holding on to, like just go with the flow of it. Right now, the let go is go with the flow of it. The last one was like forgive and just move on to better things. Yeah, so.
Okay, so pretty much ride your wave.
Yep. It can be a little bit trying, but it's worth it in the end, definitely.
Oh man, that means that there's some more work to do.
It's always work to do.
So in that last moon, y'all, I know y'all saw it. If y'all was paying attention, y'all look up instead of looking down. You saw that we had that super blue moon. We had that, so it was a whole bunch of energy going on with that. And we talked about last episode releasing things that no longer serve you. So was that last episode we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, kid. You know what I'm saying? 7 deep now. Huh?
No. Last time we talked about how to fight fair in relationships.
Yeah, no. I meant as far as the moon phase went.
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. That was 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
2 weeks ago.
Shawnee said we living in the now, okay?
Right.
Well, yeah, this time.
So I'm gonna wrap this up in a more simplified way. So the third quarter moon symbolizes forgiveness. It gives you the opportunity to make allowances for yourself and others. You might have to forgive yourself for some stuff. Sometimes forgiveness is exactly what we need to boost positivity and move forward with our lives.
Okay. Makes sense. I think that's cut dry to the point. Right. Everybody understands that very well. You know what your work to do is, okay? So super cool. Speaking of work, we're talking about dating this episode. How fun. So hold 1 second. Let me see something real fast. All right. So we talk about self-discovery through dating. So we're talking about dating overall, and with that comes self-discovery if you're doing it right.
Right.
Yeah. For me, dating, I'm not dating anymore.
You're not dating?
No, I'm not dating. But when I was dating, it's a lot of things that I know now that I wish I would have done. Yeah, for sure. Because dating, it's not just like, oh, okay, I like you, you like me, let's go out. Like, not if you're intentionally dating, right?
Not at all, no. Not at all.
Okay, so you are more, what is the word that I want to use? Like, experienced in dating intentionally.
Dating intentionally.
I learned late in the game that there was levels to this dating thing.
Right.
I just I throw myself out there, heart on my sleeve and everything. Just take me. Right. I'm such a hopeless romantic. It's ridiculous, y'all. But it's gotten me in so much trouble.
I'm a hopeless romantic too. I am.
Yeah.
I am.
But you have the script. You got the rules. I came in a little late.
So let's see. Dating with intention. I think the first thing that you want to do when you are dating with intention is you always want to create the environment that you need to bring that energy that you want from, okay, if you want a specific type of individual, you have to create that environment to call them to you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
So once they appear in your arena, then that's when you two have to define what your relationship goals are. Because some people date intentionally, but it's still casual dating. Like, they want to date people who have a they call them high value men and high value women. I'm me in certain terms, but I understand you want quality individuals. So you have some that want to casually date quality individuals, and then you have some that are dating for marriage.
Okay, so dating for quality and dating for marriage.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, and then there's some that's just out there playing. So that's why you have to define what the relationship goal is. What are you trying to do?
So in defining your relationship goals, you discuss the importance of understanding what you want from a relationship before you start dating. So a lot of people don't do that. Ooh, and I've learned you'll get with somebody and it was probably, again, supposed to be just for a season or something.
Right.
But you get to know that person and you end up getting upset with them for expectations that you didn't even state in the beginning. You over here making yourself mad because you didn't state those expectations from the beginning, and here you are with a sucker. Don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Don't know what you're talking, don't know what you're talking about. And they confused because they're like, look, I'm showing up as me. All this
Right.
extra stuff that you got going on, you looking for, we talk about all that. So you get mad at me for being me, and because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, fulfilling those expectations that you put out on me.
Right.
Lack of
So yeah,
communication.
that goes back to like creating that environment to like you brought this person into your life. Now what you gonna do with it? So
Right.
that's when you got to make that decision. Like that's what dating is. You're collecting data on an individual. Like so whatever that shared,
Science to
yeah,
it.
right. Like whatever that shared goal is, like are y'all both on that same wavelength together? Like not just one person saying it and the other one acting it out, but you know both people saying and acting. So,
True that. True, true, true. High vibrations. Thanks for coming back. Hey, Boo. How you doing? Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. We're talking about dating, y'all. Self-discovery through dating.
yeah.
So with dating with intention, you're defining your relationship goals. So that would be, hey, are we doing this for the long haul? Are we casually dating? Are we trying to do something else?
Right. Right.
Everything needs to be stated from the get-go what your intentions are when you're dating intentionally. As far as, do I got that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
All right. You know who you are. Don't be messing up because I'm getting dating tips. Okay. I'm trying to keep the ring on my finger. Okay. So also, well, I guess that would be setting clear intentions from the get-go.
Right.
Would be like what you said with creating that space
Mm-hmm.
for whatever man that you want or whatever lady that you would like to have in your life,
Right.
to be able to have the room to come through.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
So what does creating that space look like? Like what would you think it looks like to create that?
To create the space for Mr. or Mrs. Ma'am to come through.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can't be asking for somebody that's like, you know, got their stuff together and that's done the work and they're all healed and, you know, somebody that preferably is strong enough to pick you up and somebody petite enough to doggone pick up. You feel me? Like if you ain't, if you're not in the gym, if you're not like, you know, doing these things, you can't expect to have like this person that you put up on this pedestal and you're not even ready to meet them where they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think so. What I'm saying is to be realistic.
Yeah.
Like
you did say something like for them to meet you where you're at. Like when you're dating, you meet people where they're at. So if it's a person that's just out of control, then you probably need to go sit back and do some more inner work on yourself, because that's a reflection. Like to me, it is, because I mean you're gonna attract all kind of people, especially if you're an attractive individual.
okay.
But when you're doing that inner work, you know how to say no to this person, no to that person, like, you know, because you're intentionally on a mission. So.
Okay, so to be able to be in a space to say no to somebody means that you've set some boundaries for yourself. We always go back to boundaries. But
because even though I'm a hopeless romantic, I'm not about to be hopelessly in love with just anything.
Right.
So you gotta, you know, that goes back to the garden your heart stuff. So
yeah, true indeed. So setting clear intentions, saying whatever your boundaries are, create so that you can create that space and everything for your Mr. or your Mrs. Ma'am.
Right.
And make your relationship goals, if that is like what you're doing. But if you're dating intentionally, you're dating for a purpose. Yeah.
I mean, definitely. It doesn't make how can you date intentionally, but there's no purpose behind it. And now, some people do that though. They'll say that they're dating with intentions, but they really just want to have a fun with like.
Out here in these streets, been here for a long time, for a short time, not a long time, and what they say.
Right. But
So
if you do that inner work, then you know that that person is serious or not.
you're right. So you asked about creating that space. So learning from past experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
Other
is
people's
a big one.
experience. Learning from
Yeah.
past experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, you got to do the work on yourself if you are trying to date intentionally and you want somebody to, leveled up and everything a few notches more than what you had. If you think that's what you deserve, you got to do your work. So, screening these potential partners, we'll get there. Learning from past experiences. So let me tell y'all, I'm hard-headed a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, don't do me. I'm a
tiny bit.
Just a tiny midget of a bit hard-headed. Okay, and I'm just a teeny weeny bit stubborn, just a teeny weeny bit. Don't get it twisted, because y'all think y'all know Tarsus and everything. Just a teeny bit, just a dab of stubborn and a little sprinkle of hard-headedness. Anyway, I bumped my head a whole bunch of times. Like I told you before, I was running into like the same type of dude or the same kind of formula and everything.
Right.
Because I wasn't learning from the last situation.
Right.
I wasn't learning like, okay, I like this and I don't like this. I'm going to tolerate this, but I'm not going to tolerate this type of situation. Right. So like my past experience, I asked my significant other, I was like, listen, tell me what happened in your past relationships. And that is, nobody has to do that.
Right.
Because that's kind of like teetering on traumatic experiences that you may not trust with certain individuals. It's not necessarily good to do that because those people will use it against you. But we're speaking if you're talking to someone that you have you're able to trust with your information, right?
Oh wait.
God. So with that comes goodness, what was I finna say? Oh, about learning from past experiences and stuff. So I asked, what's the deal? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? What did you do wrong?
Right.
And don't nobody like that question.
What did you do wrong?
Do wrong in the relationship?
You can rephrase it.
What?
You can rephrase that question like with the words.
For what?
Like
when you go on a job, they ask you,
what could you have done differently in your past relationship?
You so sweet. You are so sweet.
Now,
it's just like the job. They be like, what's your strengths and what's your weaknesses? I don't like that question. But, I mean, what did you do wrong? Don't nobody want to.
What could you have done better in your past relationship?
I guess. I mean, that's the kinder way to say things, I suppose. I be real blunt, straightforward. I'm working on my delivery,
Yeah, I'm working on that too.
I'm just so straightforward. Like, what did you do wrong in your past relationships?
I feel interrogated.
Ma'am, I don't want to answer your question. Okay, cool. So you got to make it safe to be able to even answer those questions too. So take Shawnee's advice on on how to ask that question. But you'll discover how much a person has grown if they're able to answer that question.
Yes, that is true. And how are they answering that question? Like, is this like a lot of emotion in it? Like,
oh wow.
If the voice is quivering when they telling you, like, it might be too soon. It might be a little bit too soon.
It they taking moments of silence and looking away. They probably ain't. Ain't probably as you're screening this potential partner, that's not it. That's not it.
Right. So that part. That's a good question though. When you are like getting to know someone, because it may not be that they have done something wrong. It could have just been our favorite word that we always go back to. They didn't set boundaries.
Yeah. True.
So
True.
if you come at them with what did you do wrong, then they're gonna be like, dang, she used to say I did this all the time and I ain't do nothing wrong. I was doing everything right. She was the problem.
See,
But
I don't like those answers.
where he took a wrong turn is he did not set boundaries and he allowed her to do whatever she was doing.
Okay. So you did do something wrong. I just don't like the answer nothing. Like I didn't do nothing wrong. Well,
don't say nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, you out here in these streets thinking that, okay, so why you ain't married yet then?
Right. So with that being said too though, with the dating, some people say that they're dating with intentions to marry, but do they really want to be married? Are their actions really showing and proving that they want to be married?
Right. Because it isn't for me, like I think it don't have to be that hard, man. Golly. We all grown. We all grown. Like it does not have to be that hard. Like taming your ego, that's so big for me. Because like, in disagreements and stuff like that, like it's important that we can communicate properly. It's really important that we can communicate properly. Like that's one of the biggest things for me.
Yeah.
For real. And that's gonna I'm gonna know how the relationship is gonna be carried, or if we're dating, you're intentionally dating, to be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. That communication is key.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you dealing with somebody who's not communicating properly, out here being extra, being impulsive, being loud, and not having any emotional intelligence, being extra petty and whatnot, then those are red flags.
Yes, those are red flags, and that's why you're collecting data. The data says, okay, I saw that, I heard that. All right, you out.
Red flags, they be the word.
Yeah. What else we got?
For what? Self-discovery through dating, or just?
Yeah.
Well, so we trying to learn from our past experiences in that that's both successful and unsuccessful relationships. So the good ones and the bad ones. Like, what did you learn from that? That way that you are able to create a space that you are a healthy partner because you're learning from your past mistakes, you know what I'm saying, and things that you need to work on, in order to be the partner that you aspire to be. So, and knowing your value, of course. That's also a big one, I think, too. Right. Because when you know your value, you're not going to let up on your boundaries. And often enough, like when those boundaries are crossed, sometimes we give a little pass. You know what I'm saying? We try to kind of shield ourselves from the red flag that was flagging. And we make it look like it's orange or a yellow flag, and nah, bro, it was red. It was definitely red.
Right.
And
glaring red flag.
Yeah, and you're not putting the value on yourself because you're letting your guard down on your boundaries. Right. So now you're losing your value because you're letting people know how to treat you. So if it's okay for me to cross this boundary, then it's going to be okay for me to cross the next 8 boundaries. Right. Don't be looking crazy.
Right. And can you really be mad at that if you the one moving your own boundaries? So that goes to stand true to your intentions.
Yeah.
Like, not just being like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to forgive him this time because he is cute.
He is cute, you know.
People it is in this world. So
Okay.
you cannot let up on maintaining your intentions. Like,
So staying true to your intentions.
Like what are some examples of a red flag when dating? Like,
you asking me?
Well, I'm gonna answer first.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer first.
Because I'll probably go down the list.
I know you was. That's why I was like, hold on, I shouldn't ask that yet. All right, so the biggest red flag to me when it comes to dating is the person just not letting go of whatever that trauma/drama was.
Oh man.
You do have some people, like when I was like actively dating, like I met some very great, suitable people, like great individuals. You would make a great husband for somebody one day. But it could have been some lingering thing that they just couldn't let go of. One guy, his relationship with his mom got on my nerves so bad. Every day, y'all arguing every day. Why? Like, you know they love each other. Like, you can tell that they love each other, but I've never seen anything like that in my life.
A man's relationship with his mom says a lot.
So that's one. And then the other one, like you said, with communication, okay, if we sit down to talk about like a hard topic or an important topic and you're emotional the entire time, like, I can't do it. I cannot do it because this is something that we as adults should be, if we over 30, should be able to have a conversation.
You got to control them emotions, yo.
Yeah.
You got to control that energy and motion, yo.
Multiple, just baby mama after baby mama after baby mama, and you've never been married to any of them.
big red flag.
Cannot do that.
Vice versa with these women out here who are just in these streets.
Yeah.
You know.
And able to maintain a job.
Red flag.
What's the other one?
Disrespect. Let me talk about it because I promise you, I get like a whole NWA gangster on this whole thing. I have zero tolerance for disrespect. I hate it so much. It makes me cringe. Like, if you want to see the bulls, the what they call them, the horns come out, disrespect the kid. Yeah. Try it out.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot better though with like my like, you know what, okay, and just kind of letting it go, because when I tell you guys, I have zero tolerance for disrespect. I hate it because it's not that serious. It doesn't have to get to the point where you being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we being disrespectful, just cut the whole situation. Like, the dating, we need to lose each other numbers, block.
Throw the whole thing away.
Yeah, throw the whole thing away.
So how do you decipher between it being blatant disrespect or just something that they just weren't aware of?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good question, because sometimes somebody can be disrespectful and they're unaware of it. And I say that because, okay, for instance, me and my Lord, he's Yoruba, so that's a whole nother culture. I am indigenous to the Americas, dirty South. Okay, so that's a huge gap.
Right.
So he might do something, then I'm like, yo, don't ever disrespect me like that again, okay? With the crazy accent. He's like, what did I do? I didn't disrespect you. And I'm like, you did. But it, like, early on in the relationship, there was a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
Because, let me see, for instance, the ladies out there, you know, like if they're sorry about something, stuff like that, like they'll get on their knees and they'll say sorry, you know, and stuff like that. And that's just their culture. You know what I'm saying?
Do the men do that?
Mm-hmm.
The men do it too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because if it was just her, then I got problems. No.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. So
yeah, because you're not really from there. But if that's their custom, then
that, no,
I can.
that's what I'm saying. That's their custom, you know. All praise it to them. But again, I'm from Dirty South. I'm not, you know, our culture is different. We're not finna get these kind of indigenous women around here ain't getting on their knees to do nothing that resembles my ancestors in slavery. Okay, you want to fight? Like, what do you mean? So for me, you know, that would be like disrespectful to expect me to be that caliber of woman. However, I had to learn that that's just what he's accustomed to, you know, and that's fine and that's cool. But and again, I don't want my man doing that. Get up. You know,
Right.
like, you know, you don't have to show me respect by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that's your culture, I think it's beautiful the way they submit to each other. However, that's just not the way it's not. No.
It's extreme.
Super
from our
extreme. Culture. Yeah, super extreme over here to be doing that.
So how did y'all work on knowing, like, because we are talking about dating. So during
self-discovery, I learned a lot. How did we learn what, babe?
Like, how did y'all learn the difference between the disrespect and stuff? Like, how did he come up off of whatever his cultures may have been?
We stopped being angry at each other, and was like, okay, I don't get it. Like, let me choose. I had to work on my delivery, of course. And he's been working on his delivery too. So can you help me to understand why you do this, that, and the other? Because over here we do this, that, and the other, and it can come off disrespectful when you do this, that, and the other. You know, we just have to have healthy communication.
Right.
Again, with the communication part of it, because if not, you know, one wrong word, one wrong tone can change the whole dynamic of a conversation.
That is true.
When you're talking to somebody.
Right. And it don't even have to be all of that. It can be silence. The silence lasted too long with, like, if they said something and you were trying to respond, if that silence is too long, now they feel some type of way. Like,
okay.
Wait a minute, I was thinking before I answered.
Okay, I'm guilty of that.
You do that?
No. But I'm like, hey, calm down. Because see, it's happening. Let me calm myself down. Okay. You ain't hear me say something, so you ain't hear me talking.
Now that, so I have
to be careful not to little boy him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. You know, I'm a sapiosexual. So mentally, I'm on point with you. Let's have those conversations, all of that stuff. And I didn't ask you something, and you like are silent. Drives me crazy.
So
I know
at that point, for me, one of the things that I did learn with dating and those types of situations, if we're on the phone or something and your response or you're distracted, I'm getting off of the phone. I'm not about to sit there and wait. If you put me on hold, I'm immediately hanging up. Like, call me when you're not distracted. Like, you have my attention. You're not about to waste my time. Like, I can be doing something else right now or talking to somebody else while you being distracted by whatever.
Okay, so we're talking about like these red flags real fast. That secretiveness. That's what I think, like, you know, with that period of silence and everything, like, you being secretive. What you want?
Oh, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag for me. It's different from being mysterious. I like, I like that when
Yeah.
you're mysterious and, you
That's
leave
a
in
that's a
something.
natural thing. No, it's more
I
natural
love
to be
that.
curious.
But being secretive, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're plotting on me. My
Mm-hmm.
elevator don't go all the way. My crayons
Yeah.
right in the box. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump in the ocean.
Like when
I'm
you say like being secretive, you mean like withholding information, like omission?
omission.
Mm-hmm.
Omission is a great word for it. Yes. Because what are you on? Like, I need to know. I need to know. I need to know what's going on.
So
So with
you
my
want
with
it verbally, like you want them to vocalize whatever.
I need clarity.
Mm-hmm.
I need clarity.
There's nothing
So like
wrong with that.
yeah. So like the omission part of it like gets me because I don't like wondering. I don't like having to sit there and be wondering. If I ask for something, provide me with what I need. Like
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
because I'm asking for a reason. I'm asking because I'm genuinely inquisitive and want
Right.
to know, or
Right.
because I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
But that omission and stuff like that, that leaves room for it to be
Yeah.
some disrespectful exchanges. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't want us to have like that space um, where we too scared to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because
So that part right there. All right. People are too scared to talk to each other, but can have sex with each other.
listen, the disrespect. I'm trying to tell you, there's a reason why disrespect is a huge red flag for me. Okay, I'll say this. I cannot lay down with you if I can't trust you, if I can't talk to you. Like, this is the most sacred thing that I have to offer. So, if we can lay down next to each other, but we can't talk to each other, immediate
Right.
problem. I no longer want to lay down with you.
Right.
It's not that great. It's not that serious.
Right.
Like, you can have sex with anybody. But, like, the way that I'm built, the way my spirit is, okay, it can't go that route. So when you're dating intentionally and you're dating like say to be in a relationship with somebody and you're playing like these weird games, because it's really not that hard. Like if you're trying to do the work with yourself, if you're
Right.
having some self-discovery within yourself through dating, then
Mm-hmm.
you're also working on yourself, right? And
Right.
when you bring those types of games to the table before you don't even have a chance for your foundation to like grow, it's not even no time for the cement that y'all got laid down to dry up yet, because you're already playing games and
Right.
inserting stuff, in your possible relationship with your possible life partner,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna cause problems. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that readiness level though.
Mm.
Like, are you ready for what you're asking for? Do you know what you're asking for entails? Like, are you willing to put up with, not really put up with, but are you ready to go through whatever the experiences are? So when you come to those moments of having those serious conversations, like these are the questions that you want to ask. Like
Okay.
if you're intentionally dating for marriage, then you want to make sure that whoever that partner is suitable enough to be your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you may need in a spouse, somebody else may not. So that's the data stuff. Like, I may be good at speaking life into you, but you probably want somebody that that know all the lyrics to Nuck If You Buck. You need that to get you through,
Yeah.
So collect data.
So collecting data for sure. So that's in screening your partner, isn't it?
It is. You do want to screen the person. Like, what is your family like? You know, like what were the dynamics of your family growing up?
Talk
Because we may have
about,
different parenting styles.
oh yeah. So, okay, talk about the importance of evaluating potential partners based on compatibility, values, and long-term potential rather than superficial factors.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just like playing around so you can have some, because you're one of those people haven't dealt with your trauma and you just don't like being alone.
Right,
So
right.
you choose to, what's the word I want to use? Put on a face and be somebody that you're not for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, so that you can appease and please somebody else for that gratification
Right.
that you're not getting within yourself. And then your face comes off and all
Yeah.
your demons pop out.
Right.
And you're not very suitable to like be in a space to be dating anybody.
Right. After
Ugh.
6 months, after 6 months, that's when all the real comes out. Like all of it. So what do you want to do? How do you want to go forward with things?
Luxuriate in plant-based skin and hair care for naturally glowing and lustrous results. Indulge in luxurious soaps, massage oils, body butters, and so much more. Get 15% off your first order. Also, explore our amazing literature that will help you navigate within your journey. Make sure you stay up to date with our weekly blog that has a plethora of information concerning health and wellness. Natural Sakari, be the natural you.
Like how does that person make you feel? Not just how you feel about that person. Because okay, with us being hopeless romantics, sometimes we may see somebody in the light that they haven't really earned. So with
Yeah.
doing that inner work, then you become more you get a better sense of discernment so that you're not, just like head over heels for this person and they're not even reciprocating.
Mm-hmm.
So
You didn't
yeah,
create somebody.
yeah,
You
you
didn't.
did
You fell in love with the potential.
right. And
Yeah.
they may very much so have that potential, but is what's going on right now?
Are
What
they
is that potential?
consistent? So consistency. Inconsistency is a red flag for the kid.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because why you ain't consistent? You should be consistent with who you are,
Mm-hmm.
I feel. And if you are being a jerk, then you're being consistent with being a jerk, then you're a jerk.
Right.
If you being consistent with being a sweetheart and you have like some weird moments,
Right.
that you need to work on,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then that's what I'm gonna take you as. What are you being consistent with? Like, who are you showing up as? I think that's important when you're dating intentionally, to know who you're showing up as and who is your potential partner showing up as.
Right.
Does that line up with like
Mm-hmm.
how they presented themselves in the beginning?
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes the representation or the representative
Hey.
they show up in love. So they're going to be all woo woo, like, doing everything right. So
The representative?
so the representative
Okay.
isn't always trying to hide or mask something. That's just how they showing up because they happy. It's a new thing. Like we're frolicking. Like,
I don't
but
know.
you do have those that put on the mask intentionally.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I'm giving people way too much credit than
There are a lot of
most
people.
of
I feel that there's more people in the dating pool that show up with the mask intentionally than there are that just show up like, look, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
so
can respect that is what you see is what you get though. I can respect that because you're not trying to pull no wool over my eyes.
right. Yeah.
And I think that messes people's I think we all can show up with a bit of some innocence that we'd like to protect. You know what I'm saying? So that you can be in love.
Right.
But when people showing up with that mask as the representative,
Yeah.
and then okay, what is it? 6 months later,
Yeah.
that mask start to peel off because they can't take it no more. It's getting hot up underneath the mask, okay? And it start being like who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Those red flags start coming out. You have to reevaluate if you learn from your past experiences,
Yeah.
because those
Yeah.
red flags you should be able to pick up on soon and not
Right.
make excuses for or devalue yourself for by letting boundaries be crossed. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what have you learned? What kind of self-discovery have you learned?
What kind of self-discovery have I learned? Like,
Yeah,
with
in dating.
I learned what I will and will not put up with.
Yeah.
Because for one, I was married before
Mhm.
to my high school sweetheart. So coming out of that into the dating world with kids is a completely different playing field. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
now you're thinking about the more serious things in life. Like, you had the
Mhm.
house, you had the serious bills, the joint accounts,
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. So now it's like, okay, who can I trust with this type of access to my life and my
Yes.
kids?
Yes.
So can this person lead me the way that I need to be led? Are they open to whatever it is that I need? Like, at
Yeah.
least be open to it, because you may not know how to do whatever it is, but you're open to at least learning about it and understanding
Mhm.
it. What else? Definitely the boundaries thing. All these songs that Meg the Stallion and City Girls and all that, they're not singing that stuff for no reason, because it's a lot of dudes that act like that. So they've been through some things. So sometimes, like, I can hear in their lyrics, like, where, like, the pain and stuff that is coming from, because they are hurt. But
Okay.
I definitely learned to guard my heart, like, not just jump out into the dating world like, oh, okay, he likes me. No, what can he do for me? Like, what is he bringing to my life?
Right.
Like, is he helping me to elevate, or is he making me depressed every 5 seconds? Like, what is this? So yeah.
What
What else did I
do you
learn?
really put up with?
I learned that a lot of my views with dating and relationships, they call the girls pick-me's. They call them pick-me's. And I'm like, I'm not a pick-me, because if that was the case, then I would just be with just anybody. Like, because I'm asking them, like, pick me, pick me.
Please give me an example. I must know.
Okay, so I believe in I won't say submission. People get upset about that word. But you are
Okay.
supposed to submit to each other. Like, I am like that cater to you type female.
Yeah.
But to a lot of other females, that might be like, what? Girl, why? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way though. So I can't give you a rebuttal on that per se, because I'm definitely the baby, I'll get your plate. What you want to drink? Okay.
Right.
But rub
Yeah.
my feet though.
Oh, yeah. Right, but that's submitting to one another.
Yeah.
A lot of my dating views come from, like, the Eastern world, not necessarily Western, because
Mm-hmm.
Western is just oof,
The
it's
Wild
just
Wild West out here, baby.
what? It's the
Can
Wild
you
Wild
hang
West
or
for
not?
Mm.
I agree with you. I do agree with that too. I'm more with the Eastern viewpoints of the family dynamic.
Yeah, that.
Very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part. For the most part.
Right.
Okay? Until it starts sliding into,
I think I'm definitely more traditional than I am new age.
Would you want to date somebody this new age?
No.
Are you doing 50-50?
I would not.
Are you?
What was that?
Are you doing 50-50? Like, are you on that whole new...
Wait a minute. 50-50 with what?
I'm just talking like, oh, listen, you hear on these blogs, you hear like on these podcasts what they're talking about, and I really want us to like go and talk about all these different things too. When it comes to that whole topic, Kevin Samuels did a thing when he came to town, honey.
Okay, that's
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Huh?
That's one of the pick me things that I'm talking about. Like, I actually agree with a lot of the stuff that he said. Like, not everything. Not everything. Definitely not his delivery, but a lot of the stuff that he said is very true. If you want a man that looks good and is fit and all of that, then you might want to be fit too. I think you said that in the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, that you want to you can't be expecting to be dating somebody that's making 6 figures and you over here not trying to work on your dreams and aspirations, and you're not like goal orientated, or you're not driven by what you got going on because you settling for whatever it is you can settle for. It's just not realistic. When you're dating with intentions, I think you need to be realistic. I mean, of course, go for what you want. I'm all for that too. Manifest your man, baby. My man, my man, my man. Manifest it.
It might be somebody that's looking for a female that's not doing anything.
But not do anything, but willing to do something in the house, because that's what,
And
that's going to be a domesticated situation.
What are the odds that person or that female or male will be satisfied with living like that? Like, they think that they want to be a housewife, right? But then when it's time to be a housewife, you want to be outside.
That's why I think you need to be straight with you. You need to get all that situated, what you want. You need to know what you want for real. Some people go into these relationships and they don't really know what they want. Like, oh, I want to be married. Like,
right. Are you?
But why do you want to be married?
Are you being true to your core?
Yeah.
Or are you just saying this out of loneliness, or because you think it's cool or it look good to have somebody on your arm?
Right. Do you want a life partner? Do you want a travel partner? Do you want? Do you really want to like do this marriage thing? Because you become one. Right. You can't be two individuals. You have to be one. It's impossible. That's why marriage is so important to me. I don't play around with it. Like, if you want to be married, then you have to be prepared to really bring yourself as one. I'm a real spiritual person, so I mean that more than I mean, my assets. Right. So, but I gotta be able to trust you. If if I'm sick and everything, I need to be able to trust that you can operate, you know what I'm saying, in the best way for me. Like, you can make decisions what's best for me and what's best for the family. Like you mentioned something about being a leader, right? Yeah. Like that can lead you. Like, I'm a leader. Like, I'm a number one. Right. Like, path number one. That's what I do. So I need to know that not relinquish me from those responsibilities, but that you can lead me as good as I can lead myself. Right. You can lead me little bit better than I could lead myself. You
Right.
know, you can teach me some things because you've been doing the work with yourself. That's the types of things that are good to look for when you are screening your partner, and dating intentionally to find your yeah. Isn't that what they say?
I don't want a little
My kids are gonna kill me.
I don't want a little yeah.
Okay, a little yeah. Is that the slinky link situation? Oh, okay. So not a yeah. Not a yeah.
A little yeah, not dating with intentions.
That's just something else.
Yeah, a little yeah. I'm not looking at this for the long term. So yeah, I don't want that.
Okay, cool. So I got some affirmations. I got 3 affirmations dealing with this topic of dating, right? So the first one is, I embrace self-discovery as a path to personal growth. I embrace self-discovery as a path to personal growth. So going into this dating efficiently and effectively, right? You'll be making discoveries with yourself, of course,
right?
But you want to make sure that you're being fair and you're not being biased and you're being open for change. So if you see some things that you, for real, you need to work on, it's a problem. You know, work on those things so you can be the best partner for your significant other that you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the second one is, I am worthy of healthy, loving relationships. I'm worthy of healthy, loving relationships. I think some people get into situations and it'll be like, oh, well, we've been together for like 10 years, or, you know, we already, what is everybody going to say about us? Staying in situations that you should have been out of like yesterday. So knowing that you're worthy of everything it is that you hold close, like morally, with your values. So I am worthy of healthy, loving relationships. And the third one is, y'all better be writing this down, okay? I am in control of my choices and decisions. A lot of people like to do that finger point and blame game, and part of raising wisdom is taking
see what you made me do. See what you made me do. See what you made me say.
Yeah, see what, man, what?
You made me do this. You made me
take
say
accountability. Take accountability for your thoughts, your actions, what comes out of your mouth, the moves that you make. Take accountability. So I am in control of my choices and decisions. Nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do.
Nobody, nothing.
No. You got to take accountability. That goes in. Men are always talking about women don't take accountability, but over here, Raising Wisdom, we take accountability for our actions. So what we say and do.
I try to. I might be a little upset for a second, but I come back.
Right. I mean, I know I'm doing a lot better, because if you would have asked me before, I'm never wrong. What's wrong with you, G? Sorry for what? Sorry you feel that way. Just a whole savage. But I am doing so much better.
Yeah.
Y'all pray for me. I'm a work in progress. I don't have it all, like,
growth.
You know.
It's growth. Like,
it's growth,
the only thing constant is change. So we just growing. Like, we live and we learn.
If you're not growing, you got a problem. If you feeling like, oh, I don't need to make no changes, I'm good, like, all right.
I can't imagine a life like that. I just cannot. Like, it doesn't exist to me.
What, feeling like you just got it all, like you don't have to grow anymore?
There's no more room for growth, or that I know everything, or that I'm always right. No. You know how much stuff is out there that we don't know? That's a
whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode, for real. So so very excited. Like, we gotta round it up, you guys, because we be talking forever. But hopefully, you know, if you guys are out there and you're trying to find not your little yeah, but your little partner, okay? Your life partner, if you're dating intentionally, if you're dating period, make sure that you are working on yourself so that you can be the best partner that you can be, and you can attract the partner it is that you want to manifest and look for. That it's all in high vibrations. We ain't doing no low vibrational red flag on the play. We, you know what I'm saying? At a point in time, especially at our big age, you gotta do the work if you want something of substance.
Mm-hmm. After 25, you don't get no more passes.
Dang, 25?
Yes.
She's hard, yo. I would give you till at least 28.
No,
30.
25.
If by 30 for sure. 33 is the max. But you can't be out in these streets acting crazy like that. You about 40, cause
okay.
Like, learn differently though, Shawnee.
Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you all for joining us tonight and each and every Wednesday night. In a world where gossip rules, we're grateful that you have come back to shine the gems on your crown. Here on Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. So have a joyful and prolific rest of your week. Be safe and love with light. Good night.
Nice.